Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Slightly Ignorant Podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us, Eric Weiner, the founder and CEO of The Wild Honey Pie. How are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm great, man.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you are in my home.
Yeah. It's a beautiful apartment. I really like all the pictures you have here. I hope you can tell us a little bit more about them later.
Absolutely.
When we take a deep dive into everything that you guys do. And I guess that's where we want to start off. Like, what is the Wild Honey Pie for the uninitiated?
Yeah, the Wild Honey Pie is a music discovery platform. We're based in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And we do whatever we can through experiences and video content to break down the barrier between musician and fan.
Yeah. So what would that entail?
Dinner party concerts.
Yeah.
Has become a staple of ours over the last 2 years, 3
Mm-hmm.
years. Basically eat dinner with a band and then see them perform in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Tickets include food, drinks, and
Mm.
performance. It's a really immersive experience. And we have Welcome Campers, which is our adult summer camp music festival that we've been producing since 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Started in my parents' backyard, and now we're hosting upwards of 400 people at a real kids summer camp before the kids get there. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
On the video side of things, we produce a video series called Buzzsessions, which has accumulated around 26 million views over the years, and produce music videos for artists like Eric Clapton, Steve Aoki. We've done a music video for Jukebox the Ghost, Tychos, and a few others. So we handle the official music videos, not just the sessions. And those come in the form of both live action music videos and animated.
Gotcha. So you guys do a number of things, like you mentioned. You're doing the buzz sessions, which are live recordings, right?
Yeah.
You're throwing dinners all over the place.
Yeah, New York, LA,
Austin.
And then we're expanding to Nashville and New Orleans as well.
Yeah. And you guys have this camp.
Yes, adult summer camp.
Yeah. Let's actually roll back a little bit. You know, you started the Wild Honey Pie in 2009, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So what were you guys doing back then, and like what did you envision for the Wild Honey Pie when you first started, and how did you get to this point?
Yeah. The long and winding road.
Yeah.
It started as a music blog and nothing more. It was really a way for me to tell my family and friends about the music that inspired me, the artists that I loved. Artists like, at the time, the Antlers and Freelance Whales and a bunch of other New York bands, but bands from everywhere. I was in London at the time, interning at MTV.
Gotcha.
And when I got home, it's 2009, terrible economy. So I devoted myself to building experience and building relationships and making a name for myself in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I started making videos. I bought a couple flip cameras, which were, these terrible cameras.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot, and I got to network with great artists. And then when the Wild Honey Pie turned 1 year old in 2010, November 11th, I threw a party for it.
Nice.
So we had our first event, and from there it became so much about creating experiences online for people to learn about artists that we thought they would really fall in love with, and then to bring people together in the real world. And we started by doing this by throwing concerts, essentially becoming a promoter.
Yeah.
And we threw shows at pianos and Cameo Gallery, Glasslands, some of the New York City staples. And then we started throwing a South by Southwest party called the Beehive, which we brought to New York for Northside and CMJ. But after a while, the idea of running a music blog and being a promoter in that sense wasn't really what we wanted to do. We really wanted to bring people together in a more tangible way and create something, in our opinion, that no one else was.
Mm-hmm.
We really wanted to push the envelope and innovate.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that by inventing Welcome Campers.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, there were no adult summer camps, at least not like there are today.
Yeah.
And there still isn't an adult summer camp music festival the way that Welcome Campers is presented. And then the dinners in 2017 came around, and it was like a light bulb went off. It was just like, why haven't we been doing this all along?
Why hasn't anyone been doing it?
I think that I don't know, but I'm very much a foodie. I love eating out. I love exploring whatever city I'm in through the culinary tastes. And I thought that whether it was a tourist, like the other night for a dinner party, we had folks from Peru come from out of town, and we had locals coming and people from LA and all over. And it felt like just a great way for people to build genuine relationships with each other.
Yeah.
To get off their screen, to put their phones away, and to have a real converstion with people that they didn't know.
Right.
I placed two strangers. They both came alone. So we sat them at a table together. By the end of the night, they're high-fiving. They're looking at each other like they were witnessing a miracle when they had their favorite artist 5 feet away from them performing. So
how do you choose these artists?
Yeah.
Is it something, do they reach out to you?
We do get a lot of submissions.
Yeah.
Any artist from anywhere in the world, any stage of their career can submit music to the Wild Honey Pie. There's no fee. It's very democratic system.
Yeah.
Whether it's placed in a Buzzsession or in our playlists, on Spotify and Apple Music, Buzzing Daily guest list, or at one of our experiences, it's another story. Typically, you start by being placed in a playlist, and then we do a deal to do a buzz session and an event together.
Yeah.
We have folks on our team that go through all these submissions. We try to get back to everyone. It's really hard to, but for those that we don't, we're sorry, obviously. But we are very adamant about an artist's ability at whatever stage of their career to be able to reach out and to reach a human on the other side.
Right.
To get a response, to have their music listened to. And typically we get about 300 submissions a day.
Wow.
And I'm sure
that's a lot of emails to go through.
It is. Luckily, I'm not the one that can do that right now, but I used to.
Yeah.
I work with my team to actively seek out music as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's an artist that we find the way that I found Kishibashi in 2012.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited, so passionate. We're not going to wait for them to contact us. We'll get in touch and we'll say, hey, we're huge fans and we want to create ways for you to reach your fans, existing and new fans, in a way that's not really being done. And we want to collaborate with you and we want to support you however we can. For some artists, it's a huge opportunity, and for others, it's just one of many opportunities that they're getting.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, we're really, really excited about the impact that we can have on an artist's career, big or small, because even if it's just 100 new people listening to their music, the Wild Honey Pie isn't about creating new listeners, and we do that, but it's more so about creating new fans and creating a subset of people that's going to be incredibly passionate about your music as an artist.
Yeah.
That's going to listen to it themselves. It's going to buy your vinyl, go to your shows, but also tell their friends about it.
You guys are pretty selective then with the artists that you choose to work with, right? You said you get about 300 submissions a day. That's a lot. Like I said, a lot to go through. What's that process like, and what do you look for in an artist when you're choosing them for an event?
Well, first and foremost, we have to be passionate about music.
Yeah.
It has to really resonate with us, and we have taste, good taste, I think.
Yeah.
And we gravitate towards a certain type of music. We love our indie rock. We love folk. We don't tend to do too much in the country world. Not too much hip hop, but that's not to say that we don't like Kendrick. There's definitely a taste with the Wild Honey.
Yeah.
You're gonna get really accessible, great indie music made by artists, mostly on the emerging and rising side, but also some established artists as well.
What is the process of building that playlist like? Is there a theme to the playlist that you guys make? Because I was actually going through a couple of them on Spotify, and after a few songs you start to get a certain vibe to them. Yeah.
Our playlists all have most of different themes. We have our lists, so best songs of the decade, best songs of the year, best albums, etc. We have our 20 faves column, which is 20 favorite Britpop songs, or 20 favorite songs by the Velvet Underground,
mm-hmm.
so on and so forth,
National,
etc. Those perform really well on the website. People really like them, so we keep doing them. But really, our flagship playlists are the ones that we work with companies on. Companies like Cliff Bar and Vapor Hydration, who makes reusable water bottles. And we come up with a theme that matches what they do. And we curate a playlist. We spend hours and hours finding music that we like, that we're excited about. And we put it in a playlist that will circulate out to fans. And then as we move forward and as those brands invest more in the playlist, then we'll be able to properly also invest in the artists.
So you've got the Buzzsessions, the live recordings. You've got playlists that are out and they're available like on platforms like Spotify. You guys produce music videos also, right?
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. We make the Buzzsessions.
Yeah.
We produce these almost every week in New York and Los Angeles, and we also have folks in Austin and London that are capable. Recording studio partners, audio engineers, etc. But these folks are all excited to make official music videos as well and branch out of just the session formula. As fun as it is and as easy as it is to do in some respects. So what we look to do is create opportunities for the folks that make Buzzsessions to come up with a story and share that story with the world by working directly with an artist and their team, label, artists themselves, on an official music video, being a paid, budgeted music video that the artist and label pay for, and then enabling our filmmakers to do what they do best, to tell stories,
put their spin on it.
And it's not just the filmmakers; it's also animators, and that's what we're working on right now with Eric Clapton.
Oh wow!
And what we did with Steve Aoki and Satellite Mode and Mind of Max, and we've done over dozens of music videos over the years.
How would you describe your production style?
Organic, authentic, and hand-drawn. Because whether it be the titles, even if it's a live action video, we hand-draw the titles. It all has a natural feel to it, and it comes, like I mentioned, organically from the heart.
In a company like this, like a media company that's more on the creative side, and you're leading the way, like, do you find yourself having to be more like a businessman or more of a creative, or a mix of both?
It's a balance.
It's a balance.
Absolutely a balance. On the business side, having to understand how partnerships work, how the P&L statements look, and going through all of that, handling finances. It's a lot, and I love the creative side of it. I believe I do it pretty well. I'm confident in myself in that respect. But at the end of the day, like I mentioned, it's a business, so I need to make sure that I'm covering my bases when it comes to going through things with our board of advisors. Right now, we're looking at potentially raising some capital. So if that happens, it's another story. A lot of things to go into that.
Do you have a favorite thing to like in the company, like a favorite project that you like to be engaged in?
I love it all. It's like ask me to pick a favorite child,
right? Which
I would assume is difficult. Maybe not for my parents. Amazing. No, I don't have a favorite. I love being at the events. Those are so rewarding because you get to actually talk to people about it.
Yeah.
The videos are great too. I love having that final product, and I love submitting ideas and working with animators and giving my feedback. And day to day, I don't do all that much with the playlists. So that might be a better question for Andrea. But from what I do work on, I love that as well.
Yeah. So you've had some pretty big names in these Buzzsessions. You've had Cage the Elephant, Alt-J. Yeah. What was it like working with those guys?
So cool. I mean, it's amazing. Humbled every second that I get to spend time with these people. And Alt-J was great. It was the first time we actually worked with Electric Lady Studios, which is the studio that Hendrix built. We hung out with them on the rooftop after. This was before their first sold-out show at Bowery Ballroom. So this is a long time ago. But it was amazing to see our team assemble and create something that was so powerful, and to be actually able to film it myself was really an honor. And then with Cage the Elephant, those are guys that we respect not only their music, but as people, they're really amazing, kind souls.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing to watch them grow and take over Nashville and do what they do. I think people just have a genuine passion for what they are and what they stand for.
Yeah, they've been kicking ass.
And to see Matt perform at Forest Hill Stadium this summer was amazing.
Missed that show. How was it?
It was great. Them, Beck, Spoon.
What a lineup right there. Let's go back to the dinner parties. So how do you go about choosing the venues?
So we work with folks that are involved in the company, and
Mm-hmm.
they get paid if they lock in a restaurant. So we have people that look for restaurants that are just excited about food and can send out a few emails and reach out to these restaurants.
Yeah.
Some restaurants it's a great fit. Some restaurants they don't see it. And as we grow, more and more restaurants kind of understand the marketing value and the giving up,
Mm-hmm.
giving back aspect of giving back to the community and creating something that's affordable for artists, creatives, younger folks.
Yeah.
For the way I explain it to restaurants, it's sort of same attitude as a restaurant week. It's about getting people in the door, giving them something to experience your restaurant, your food, and then creating a reason for them to come back.
Yeah.
And there are so many restaurants to choose from in New York. A lot have live music, don't. For the ones that especially that already have live music, they're not booking the kind of talent that we are. And so we're bringing them a real value prop. And then the brand partners, they're getting a lot out of it as well. And then clearly the artist is as well. We're promoting them for 2 months. The restaurants definitely need to be well reviewed and well received by people online. So we do our research. We go in, we try a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to the owners. Do we even like them as people? Do they have similar values? Do they share a passion for music? And obviously they have a passion for food, or they wouldn't work in the food industry. But it all starts with a conversation and a shared passion for food and music and the community and wanting to bring people together. And from there, it's just about if we can make the numbers work.
We were talking a little bit about the dinner parties, right? You said they're available in New York, LA. Do you have plans to expand to other cities in the U.S.?
Yeah, so in June, we launched in Austin. It was our return to the live music capital of the world.
Yeah.
We've been very active there for South by Southwest. And June was our first time ever throwing an event not at South by. And the city's so different. It's a completely different place. And
yeah.
The food there is amazing. The people, I love Austin so much. It's like a second home to me.
Yeah.
If I didn't live in New York and the weather wasn't so hot there all the time, except for the winter season, I'd be living in Austin. But other than that, we're really exploring a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
A lot does depend on if we're going to be raising the capital we're hoping to, but without a doubt we'll be in Nashville and New Orleans in 2020. And we've got our sights set on quite a few other cities. Now, we don't want to expand the dinners to be at 100 cities. There's not enough quality control that can be done at that point. I don't want to be, like a fast food restaurant. I don't want it to be like that. I'd rather us be in a handful of cities, maybe a dozen or two, and doing what we do and perfecting it every month. Just getting better and better and working with artists every month that inspire us. We don't no off months, no booking artists that we don't love, no compromising on talent, really creating something that's sustainable for us, for the artist, for the restaurant, and something that's going to excite people to come time and time again in these different cities. So if you are a New Yorker and you're in California and you just happen to be there during a dinner, you know that you can go to the Wild Honey Pie dinner party in LA and you know what to expect already. But you'll be given a twist of what you're expecting.
Yeah, so you want
LA
consistency. Yeah.
So the consistency of product is really, really important to us.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I think it's really important to create an opportunity for each city to make it their own. So we have local leadership teams in every city that we operate. They work with me on bringing in local partners and doing partnerships with local companies and really making sure that we do it do justice to that city.
So these dinners, do they usually have a theme? Because I got curious, and I looked on your website, and there was you guys had a Halloween themed dinner recently.
We'll do hot costume dinner parties. We'll do holiday dinner parties. And that's, I think, just scratching the surface. I think we're going to end up doing Valentine's Day dinner parties.
Is that a promise?
It's not a promise, but it should happen. We're working on it. And I think that's, again, like, it is just scratching the surface. We can do so many fun things for it. We can start screening content. We can do a lot of really interesting things with the menu.
So when you find an artist, let's say you find somebody on Spotify, you want to bring them in, for a dinner. Do you usually have to see them perform first? Like, I want to see you on a live rehearsal just to see what you sound like if you're comfortable in front of an audience.
We like to see performance footage.
Yeah.
We like to send someone to a concert. It's important as well. I'd say it's pretty necessary to have that rapport. And then we'll reach out to management and let them know who we are if they don't already know us. And a lot of artists like the idea. They're interested. They understand that not every show they play is going to be a Bowery Ballroom headlining show, and that's a good thing. That there are reasons to play to have an underplay and play to 60 people instead of 1,000.
Yeah.
That there are reasons sometimes to maybe not make the same amount that you always make because this experience is that special, and that amazing, and that different.
Yeah.
And that memorable for the people that really give a shit about you. So there's definitely that.
I think it's an intimate experience that you can't get anywhere else.
I agree with you. I do. I think that there are certainly other creators working on their own version of what they think a concert should be or what they think a supper club should be. We think that our combination and the way we structure it and the artists and the restaurants, we're really confident in what we're offering.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a lot out there, and I have so much respect for all these creators that are doing such interesting things and doing it because they love music.
Do you have like a favorite artist right now?
Favorite artist? Phoebe Bridgers.
Phoebe Bridgers?
Yeah, she's the best.
She a solo artist?
Yeah, but she has a record with Conor Oberst from Bright Eyes as Better Oblivion Community Center. She's releasing music with Matt Berninger from the National. She's collaborated with Noah Gunderson. She's genius. I think she's the most. She resonates with me more than really any artist out there. But I love so many artists. Ash is incredible. Huge Belle and Sebastian fan. Who else? Lizzo's insane and awesome and the best. Charlie XCX really does it for me.
Yeah.
She's incredible. That whole album is so good. I
gotta be honest with you. I think I have a brand new favorite artist that I've discovered through you guys.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Rhea?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's great.
I was listening to her bus session like yesterday.
Yeah,
it's really good.
A fun one. Yeah, we did that at Hotel London, which is literally a garage in LA. It's run by Yanni, who does all of our audio.
Yeah, she's got a great voice.
Incredible.
Yeah, that must have been a great experience. You mentioned nostalgia earlier. Yeah. So is that like a big thing for you? Like that's a theme that you guys play on a lot.
Yeah. I think emotion. Music is such an emotional language, and we want to not just share music. We want to help people find something that's going to make their life better. And do that in a way that isn't just, hey, here's a song. Here's a new way to experience that song.
Yeah.
So even if it's an artist you've been listening to for 5 years, that you're experiencing their music in an entirely new way. Whether that's through a buzz session or music video, or through a dinner party or welcome campers. There's nothing like being on a picnic blanket under a sky full of stars, watching Torres play, and then having a sparkler in your hand, and then seeing an engagement, and then a 15-minute fireworks show. Like, I want people to be surprised and delighted around every corner at our events, and I think we're just getting started.
Yeah, I had no idea about the fireworks.
Yeah, we try to.
You got me sold now. That's the secret weapon.
And it was a lot of fun. It was the second time we did fireworks.
Yeah.
And campers, and the person that got engaged was my sister.
Oh, that's amazing! Congrats to her.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys are coming up on your 10th year anniversary.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Makes me feel old. No, it's just humbling. I love what I do. I'm really lucky that I get to do it. And I'm most lucky that I get to work with such passionate people. From the artists to the music industry, the PR people are so incredible. But the people that currently or ever have called themselves a member of the Wild Honey Pie Collective, from, Lauren McKinney and Hannah, Charity, Kim to Andrea and Kelly, and so many just incredible people that I'm so lucky to know.
Yeah.
And as we expand to new markets, it's the beginning all over again, and I get to meet and work with Mallory again, and I get to work with Rachel and Sandy, and I just can't imagine my life without some of these people. So the best part, the most rewarding part of the Wild Honey Pie is the relationships that I've been able to build. The fact that I have best friends in the world because of something that started as a music blog with 5 people on it a day. And a very close second is the impact that we're able to have on the artists that we love. We're not going to ever write a review that's saying we hate this band. We used to do reviews. We have features now. They're not reviews. If we don't have something good to say, we're just not going to say it. We're not a critic. We're not here to tell you what's good and bad. We're here to tell you what we love, and we think you'll love it too.
Yeah.
So the second most rewarding thing is the impact that we're able to have on these artists that inspire us, and hope that the community of people that have come around and rallied around us will find that same excitement about some of these artists, and then invest in their careers by going to their shows, buying their vinyl, even just telling some friends about their music. We are really excited about what we're creating.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that already like it, but we think a lot of people are going to really love what they experience with us, what they watch, what they listen to, and also what they actually get to have tangibly at the events.
Yeah. So back in 2009, did you envision all of this?
No. I wanted to build something.
You were doing something for...
I wanted to build something that could get me a job somewhere.
Yeah.
And it got me a job at MTV.
Mm-hmm. Did you study business? What did you study?
I studied marketing and management. And MTV was great for what it was. I met some very cool people. But when my contract ended, I was like, okay, what the hell am I going to do? And I started Welcome Campers 3 months later. So it's been really interesting. I've learned so much, really, so much every day. And had no idea from the beginning that this is what I would do.
Yeah, that it would snowball and become such a big thing.
Well, I don't know if I would define it as a big thing, but I think what we're doing has substantial legs.
Yeah.
And I think it will be much bigger than it currently is.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm content with what we've built so far as well.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about the camp. Yeah. Where's the camp located? If you can
It's at Camp Lennox in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3-day weekend, 2 nights. You stay over. You cannot buy a single day ticket. You have to get the whole experience or you don't get it at all. You take a bus there, you can drive. The bus is usually it's a $75 round trip ticket.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about a thing. And it's nostalgic summer camp. It's like meatballs and Wet Hot American Summer and all these movies, and it just harkens back to my memories as a camper and a counselor at my own summer camp that I went to.
Yeah.
Kickball, dodgeball, basketball. We make friendship bracelets.
Uh-huh.
We tie-dye shirts.
Tug of war.
There's tug of war. You name it, and we do it. And everyone eats together in the mess hall, and you'll be sitting next to one of the bands, and you're like, oh, what brings you here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually playing. And I think that it's all about the breaking of the barrier between musician and fan. And it happens at the dinner parties, but nowhere does it happen like at Welcome Campers, where you're literally dancing at 1 a.m. with an artist that you saw perform 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Where you're eating dinner with them, or lunch or breakfast, where you're in the lake on the water trampoline together. There's just so many moments that people don't forget, which is why we've had people come to camp year after year after year after year, which is why we had 100% camper satisfaction this year.
Right.
Every single person that filled out our survey, and there are a lot of people that filled out that survey, every single person said they want to come back and approve the experience.
That's awesome.
We're really excited about the response, and we think that this year, or next year, 2020, has the potential to be substantially, I mean, it's already so fun and amazing, but it could be the best yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're coming up on the 9th or 10th one?
It'll be the 8th.
The 8th. Okay. Have you had to increase the capacity each year? Since people keep coming back and...
No, we've increased the price.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something, ultimately we charged, it was free for the first 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Completely free. Don't pay a thing. Brand partners funded the whole thing, which is amazing that we were able to do that.
I should have known you back there.
50 people. Then it was $100. Then it was $200. And now it's $300 to $500 depending on the ticket you get.
Yeah.
So the ticket prices increased, which has allowed us to keep it about the same amount of people because we don't want it to be too big. It's not meant to be that. What we're going to do if we end up having that much demand, which I certainly see as a definite possibility, is we just do more of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds more fun to me because I'd love to do Welcome Campers every week.
Yeah. And I imagine you had to increase the price because, you're getting more artists, the quality of artists is getting better, logistics and everything. So it's like...
More artists. We're paying them more.
Yeah.
We have higher production costs. And the quality of the event is higher. So
yeah.
It's just genuine costs that
right.
go up. It's not like we're just trying to profit as much as possible.
Of course. Yeah, you made a point earlier, like it's still a business at the end of the day. And if you want to do all these amazing things, you got to keep the lights on, right? And I saw you have your dog, Buzz. Is he the office dog?
He's the office dog. He's my dog.
Yeah.
He's like my child.
What kind of dog is he?
He's an Old English Sheepdog Poodle mix.
He's almost as tall as me.
I know.
That's amazing.
And he sleeps in the bed with me and my girlfriend. He takes up her entire side.
So you need like a California King bed.
I don't have a California King. But it would be nice.
Yeah. I know we're short on time. I just wanted to thank you for welcoming us into your home, showing us around, showing us, do you want to tell us a little bit more about this before we go? Like this has been in the backdrop the whole time, so we might as well.
This is a wall of about 10 different artists' work with the Wild Honey Pie over the years. From Brant Amhoff, Modesta Zemgulite, Mira Denk, who else is on here? Dustin Williams. And it's Welcome Campers posters. It's from our Beehive series that we don't do anymore, but we might bring back. It's our Mr. Wives show and the first artwork we ever did for a band. That's tennis. We have Big Thief on this wall. Rainbow Kitten Surprise. It's a representation of what we've done over the years. And a stylistic representation of what I love.
How would you describe this style? Because to me it comes off like very playful.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's it.
It's very consistent all throughout, you know?
It's, cuteism is my...
Yeah.
I like that.
Playful, like kind of childlike, Yeah. Kind of nostalgic.
It's nostalgic. I don't know if I would... Yeah, I mean, kids would probably like it. They love our stickers, but it's not meant to be for kids.
No.
But it's meant to appeal to all ages.
Yeah. Really dig it, man.
Thank you.
And like I said, I appreciate you welcoming us into your home and taking some time to speak with us today.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Guys, this has been Eric Weiner, CEO and founder of the Wild Honey Pie, music discovery platform. Can we call it a platform?
Sure thing.
Platform company. They throw special events, New York City, LA, Austin, probably coming to a city near you, so be on the lookout. Check out their playlist, their Buzzsessions. They've had amazing artists like Cage the Elephant, Alt-J, Rhea the Girl, right? And many more. So check them out. You might find your next favorite artist. Thanks again, Eric.
Thanks so much.